What's up, YouTube? It's Filthy Casual. My hand feels like a bubble bath right now, and these are teams I am rooting for in the 2023 season. Let's get into it. Just first, if your team is not on this list, I'm not rooting for your team to fail. Heck, I might even like your team, but I could literally, this list would be like 20 freaking teams long. I'm going to get the first two right out of the way that if you watch my channel at all, you probably know. My Knicks and my Warriors. Steph Curry's the person who got me into basketball. He's my favorite player. Yeah, not complicated to say on that. Knicks. I live in New York. I grew up watching the Knicks. Oh, sort of. More like I grew up talking about the Knicks with my friends and stuff than more so watching them play basketball because nobody watches the Knicks because they always suck. Except for me now, because I'm into basketball, and if I don't watch them, I can't really call them my team, right? Can't really do that. So, Knicks. And also, I think we're like low-key going to be good this year. Like low-key. There's a world where we're a top 6 seed. It's not a super high chance, but I think the chance is there. Moving on, this is not, the rest of these teams aren't in any particular order. I'm rooting for the Heat. And I know this is weird because nobody roots for the Heat, and that's why I put it right here. I heard the Victor Oladipo interview with JJ Redick on his podcast, and I just want this guy to do well. He like him talking about that injury as somebody who's like currently going through it, like that dude. And also like I just want to see him play basketball to the best of his ability. And if Victor Oladipo does well, the Heat are going to do well. And if he doesn't, I think the Heat are going to be kind of mid. And I really or mid from where they were last year and the year before. Well, not the year before, but the past couple of years. I think it's going to be a somewhat middle season for them. So I just want them to do well because of Victor Oladipo. Other than that, I feel a very similar way about Zion to the Pelicans. Also, I really like CJ McCollum. I really like a lot of the random ass people that they have on that lineup. I like Jose Alvarado, Herb Jones. I didn't watch as many of their games last year as I did the year before, but yeah, Herb Jones is like, him and Bones Highland are like my low key like rando favorite players that it's like I just like watching them play. Where it's like every time I watch them play, I'm just like, oh shit, fucking Herb Jones, yeah. I can't wait to see Dyson Daniels. Yeah, like I love Valanciunas. Like I think he's been like underrated his entire career. I just like the Pelicans. I'm also feeling this way about the Timberwolves because D'Lo, net forever, blood in his veins, cold ass blooded. Yeah, so I always want to see D'Lo do well, and I think I really like Anthony Edwards. I didn't really like the idea of Anthony Edwards when he was getting drafted. I was super sketched out on a lot of the top prospects in that draft, and Anthony Edwards is such a beast, and LaMelo has also proven himself to be really good, and there was a lot of, and obviously Wiseman on the Warriors, like, hasn't had a ton of time or opportunity to prove himself because of injuries, but I think he's going to be really good too. So I from sketchy beginnings, what they will rise. Yeah. So I really like the Timberwolves roster. I think the other team that I'm going to put here. Oh, obviously I have to say, because I haven't mentioned them yet, the Nets, my Nets. Well, this team isn't super my Nets, but this is very good team, and I like them for so many reasons. I'm pulling up the roster. I don't want to forget anybody. First of all, Seth Curry. I love Seth Curry. Second of all, KD and Kyrie. Bro, KD and Kyrie are so good. And now with Ben Simmons, like before, the whole I think issue that this team had was that they couldn't get easy points. Like obviously their defense sucked, and Ben Simmons helps with that. But their transition offense was good. But it was always running through Katie and Kyrie. And if they're doing that and they're doing the ISO and they're doing, probably getting put into pick and rolls because they're trying to wear you down, you're kind of asking a lot of them and they're going to get tired. And I think we saw that in their series against the Celtics. So I think that this is such a match made in heaven. I think this is probably the best position for Ben Simmons to be in. His transition offense is legendary. His freaking defense also. I think he should have won one of Rudy's DPOYs one of those years. I forget which one it was, but I was definitely like saying like Ben Simmons is the defensive player of the year this year. Freaking Patty Mills still looks good somehow, and Joe Harris finally is going to actually get time to play because he's been injured for the last freaking like 3 years. Like I haven't seen this dude play a ball in forever. Feels like. Obviously he came back at the end, but like still. And then there's obviously T.J. Warren, who hasn't played since the bubble, and he was like Michael Jordan. And then there's Royce O'Neal. I really like Day'Ron Sharpe. Like, bro, the Brooklyn Nets roster is so good, and I think they could sneaky be the 1 seed. Or is it sneaky, or is that like expected? I feel like everybody's putting them super low on their whatever ladders, myself included, just because it's like, who the fuck knows what we're gonna expect for them? Is this team gonna be together this year at all? Are they gonna like get broken up halfway through the year? I think this team is here for the year. I think maybe some of the tertiary pieces get traded, but I don't think like a core thing is gonna happen until they give it a full season at the minimum. I think they'd be stupid not to. Okay, so I've got them. I think that's pretty much it. Those are really the teams that that are front of mind for me a lot. Some other teams that are kind of here. I'll go to home, not the Brooklyn Nets home, the NBA home. Jeez, NBA teams. There we go. Man, my hand feels like a bubble bath. It fucking hurts. I really wouldn't say there's any other team that I'm like specifically rooting for this year, other than those. Like there are other teams that I like. Like I like the Bucks. I guess I would say that I'm. Oh, and of course, how could I forget the Mavericks? The Mavericks, Luka, rooting for him always. My guy is the absolutest of Chiefs. Oh, and then one more team. Yes, of course, the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'm super fucking rooting for the Cavs. I love Darius Garland. I love Darius Garland and Evan Mobley too, and freaking Jarrett Allen, former Knick, or not Knick, Net, New York strong. Gotta be a homer for my boys. Well, and then I should say I'm rooting for. Oh no. He's not on the Pacers anymore. He's on Cleveland too, I think. Yeah, that's crazy. I'm talking about Karis LeVert. I think he's on the Cavs now. Yeah, and then I guess I'm also kind of rooting for the Bucks because I kind of want them to be the Eastern Conference. Well, out of like the Eastern Conference teams, either they're the one I think, and I really like Giannis, but I'm not like rooting for him. Like if Giannis failed this year and crashed and burned, I would be like, wow, but like I wouldn't feel any kind of way about it. Like it's not like if people were like watching who liked James Harden, watched him go from like here to like here, like they felt same thing with Russell Westbrook. Like they feel some kind of way about it. Like everybody does. It happens to everybody. Same thing with LeBron. Like the dude's not a top. Well, he could theoretically be top 5 still. I have him at 7th, but like, if you still have him top 5, I don't know who you're kicking out personally, out of Curry, Giannis, Jokic, Luka, Embiid, probably Luka. I think most people would do, or Embiid. Would be my 2 guesses. But yeah, they people feel some kind of way. But yeah, those are the teams I'm rooting for. Put the team you're rooting for in the comments. I'm interested to see the breakup of what the fuck everybody roots for. Because I know who I like, but I don't know who you guys like. So, comment that. We're at 10 minutes. Holy shit. I had a lot of shit to say. Yeah, like also in for real, if I didn't mention your team, like there are plenty of teams that I like that aren't on this list. Like I like the Blazers a lot. Like I've rooted for them hard in seasons before. But like, I like a lot of these teams though. Like I like the OKC. There's people I like on all these teams. I really like Ja. Like, but rivalry with the Warriors. So gotta square the fuck up. All right. Peace out. Have a wonderful evening, day, whatever.